Hey, y'all, hey, and happy Friday. It is your girl, Tanisha James, also known as Coach Tuka. I pray that your week is closing out beautifully. All right. I pray that you are coming to a beautiful close in your week and that you have a amazing weekend planned ahead of you. I pray that you get some rest and relaxation and that you use this weekend in a way that allows you to start next week super duper strong. Okay. So here's the thing. I know it's Friday, and we not like we leaning in. Okay. We don't check out on the weekend. We lean in. We pressing in here. All right. So if you've never been here with me before, I want to give you just a little overview of how we do things. All right. If you've never been here with me before, or you happen to be on the replay squad, I want you to tell me where you're coming from. If you're new here, you're gonna love it here, and I'm not just saying that. Okay. You're gonna love it here. So I want you to tell me where you're from, and if you're on the replay squad, just type replay in the chat. That way I can come back and show you some love. If you've been with me, you one of my originalities, I need you to tell me how's your week been. Give me one word to describe how your week has been. Okay. So some of you may be here because you may have seen my post earlier today on my Instagram stories. All right. And I told everybody, I said, listen, y'all, I woke up to this Mark Hyman post every morning at 6 o'clock. I rolled over and picked up my phone, looked and saw his post. And I was like, my God, today. It just happened to come on the week that I've been talking about Ozempic all week long. So if you haven't seen those, make sure you go check those out because I've been telling you all week the things that Ozempic could never do. Okay. So make sure you go back and check it. I'm thinking I'm making a playlist called Ozempic could never. Okay. Because we've been talking about this thing all week long. So I woke up this morning and there was a post from Mark Hyman that said that $5.8 billion have been spent on these GLP medications. And that wasn't even the worst part to me. That wasn't even the most shocking part. The thing that shocked me the most was the fact that it was for people who don't even have diabetes. All right. And so I said it in one of my other videos this week. That's the number one reason we should have questions about this whole thing. That the injection was designed not for people to lose weight, not for people who are well, but is for people with a chronic illness called diabetes. So the fact that it's designed for someone who needs to heal, who is sick, who is ill, who is not well, I'm out. Okay, even if it helps me to lose weight. So he said $5.8 billion have been spent on these GLP medications by people who don't have diabetes. And when I saw it, I said, oh my God, today we got to talk. So don't leave me. Okay. Don't leave me. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to stay with me. And when what I say blesses you, because I'm confident that it will, when it does, I need you to share with somebody. We got people out here who don't know. We're looking at people do things that are detrimental to them. And it's not because they want to, they don't know. So if you know better, you need to share this with them, okay? So they can get the truth. All right. So here's what I want to say to you. As I think about why this method of losing weight, as a person thinks about, hey, I really need to get some weight off of my body. First of all, weight is what my coach calls low hanging fruit, but I get it because I started my journey. And when I started my journey to everything that I teach now, it started with me simply wanting to lose weight. So I absolutely get that we could start this thing because we want to lose weight. And then we begin to experience transformations in other areas. And that's absolutely my hope for you. All right. But here's when we first make the decision, the thing that makes us decide wrong is that there's a part of us that we've been taught, like the world teaches us, to chase the quick, the fast thing, right? So we want to lose weight. We want it off like yesterday. And you don't have to look forward to see things that are like lose 50 pounds today. Okay. Get back in your school clothes from high school next week. So we want the fast. And most times chasing, really, I'm just going to go and say it. Pretty much when you chase fast, you're surrendering your freedom, something that lasts. You're surrendering being transformed. You're surrendering being changed. You're surrendering becoming a different person. So what happens when we think this way, when we choose fast over freedom, quick over freedom, when we choose the right now over freedom, then we start to think that if something gets us results, right? If it works, all right, if it checks the box, is my goal was to lose weight, it helped me to lose weight, it can't be nothing wrong with this. All right. And we're willing to accept that result, even if it costs us our health, our money, and our peace of mind. So I want to ask you, what if the thing that you're looking at as the solution is actually the thing that keeps you from healing, from getting results? It's the thing that's keeping you stuck right where you are. So in the article or in the graphic that Mark Hyman posted today, he said, this is what he said that I was like, oh, Mark, this is so good. Listen, God sends me good stuff every day. And when I read it, I said, oh, Mark, I said, Dr. Hyman, this is good. He said, we are outsourcing our weight. I never have heard that before. I've never heard it put like that before, and I won't break it down some, okay? Because here's what I want you to think about. What if we're outsourcing weight loss, like Dr. Hyman said, and we're calling it freedom? Like, what if we are handing it over to somebody else, and because we lose the 50 pounds, we're saying we're free? But the truth about what we're doing is getting results on loan, okay? We renting results. They temporary. We borrowing them. All right. All right. So let me explain. Let me explain. Don't y'all get mad, okay? Because I know I've been saying a lot of stuff this week that y'all probably like, Tuka been talking spicy. And she is, okay? Because people's lives depend on me telling it to you like this, okay? There are lives that depend on it. And so, yeah, all week I've been spicy because I'm so shocked and appalled that people would think that this GLP injection is a viable option, even though I understand why they think so. So, what I know to be true is you got to hit them with the truth, Tucker. You got to hit them with the truth, okay? Because I've never thought about anything like this, but I did take, y'all know the thing. Oh, I can't think of it for nothing in the world. The drug is epinephrine, I think it's called, but I don't even know what it does. But I was on some program and that's what they were doing, so I did it. Okay, baby, when my heart started palpitating, okay, and I lost somebody, a person that I knew, I was like, okay, we not doing that. Okay, so after that experience, I've tried some wild things. Okay, from cabbage soup to shakes. Okay, to the military diet. I've tried some wild things, okay, from Weight Watchers, but I never desired to do anything it's still the same thing. But I said, I'm not gonna do nothing that's gonna take me out of here, okay? So listen, let me break it down. Here's what we talked about this week. When you take Ozempic, guess what it doesn't fix? What you do every day. It does not fix what you do every day. So you hear people talking about habits. I have a program called Ready Set Habits. Habits are simple because when you hear the word habits, it sounds unsexy, like something you don't want. You know what a habit is? What you do every single day. It's the thing you do without thinking, on autopilot. I just left. My daughter is in cheer. We just went to get her sports physical. And when we left the place, I drove home. I didn't think about it. All right. I didn't say, okay, let me make a left right here. Okay, then I drive a mile, then I make a right, and then I drive 0.85 miles, and then I make a left. And then I didn't think about it. I just did it. Why? Because it's a habit. It's a habit. It's what I do every day. So because I do it every day, I can do it every day and don't think about doing it. All right. So that's what I mean when I say habits. It's what you do every single day. And when you do it every single day, all of a sudden, in the beginning of doing it every single day, I'm gonna tell you the truth. In the beginning of doing it every single day, you got to think about it. Okay, you have to tell yourself, I have to do this thing. I got to eat my vegetables. I got to drink. You have to constantly through the day be like, okay, I don't think about drinking water. When this thing get empty, I refill it back up without thinking about it. It's just constantly on refill. Okay, and I wake up the next day and do it all over again. That's a habit. It's what you do every single day. It is what you do every day. All right. So when you outsource, your weight loss, you outsource your health to a medication. These medications don't fix your habits. They don't fix what you do every day. They also don't teach you how to give your body proper fuel. Some of us are in love with food. And in seasons of my life, some of us has been me. It's Friday. Okay. There was a season of my life. Do you hear me when I say, if it's you, say me in the chat. There was a season of my life where Friday meant, baby, the week has been long. Okay. You have worked hard for the money. You done a lot of things for a lot of people. And it's Friday. It's the weekend, baby. So what we eat? Okay. We're at this point in my life, I would be gearing up to go somewhere so I can eat. Now, does that mean that I don't eat out? The devil is a liar. I love a good meal. Okay. I believe we are foodies. Okay. I love a good meal. All right. But it's not the highlight of my weekend. And I don't do it every weekend. It's not my norm or what I do every week. And if my body isn't healed, I haven't even earned the right to do it. All right. So taking these medications don't even show you how to give your body the proper things so it can do what you need it to do. We are out here literally giving our bodies trash. We out here just eating any old thing, anything. And then we want the body to wake us up on time. We want this heart to beat, these lungs to work, this liver to work, right? We want this pancreas to push out the insulin. We want these bowels to move because you certainly don't want them to stop. That ain't nice. We want these knees to not hurt and we want them to help us walk and have mobility. We want these eyes to see. In order to do that, don't you know your body is requesting something from you? Your body is like, give me some gas, give me some fuel, give me some nutrients. I need the nutrients. So what Ozempic don't never teach you how to do is how to give your body the proper things. You know what else it don't do? It don't help you stop eating when you stress. It doesn't take y'all. One of the biggest like things I learned from reading my word was one of these things. Hey, Alicia, one of the things I learned is that this ain't in my body. It don't even belong to me. It's all alone. It's not mine. And when I read the word, it said your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. It's where the Holy Spirit lives. Do you know how many times in a day the Holy Spirit helps your girl? So I'm gonna have it living in the same place with Oreos. I mean, it's gonna be residing with Oreos and excess body fat and fat on my organs and elevated blood glucose levels and toxins. It's a temple of the Holy Spirit. When I read it, wasn't even mine. I was like, oh. And I got this loud and clear about my children. Ever since the day my children were born, I was very clear that they don't belong to me. They're mine. I'm their caretaker. Okay. But they belong to my father. They're his children. I'm on assignment, all right, to help them do what he created them to do. But they ain't my kids. They belong to him. So when they do weird things, and I'm like, what is happening here? I'm like, Lord, help me with your children. Help me. So I'm just saying the place that you have to take yourself to really evaluate and be mindful enough to say, I am operating in a body that does not belong to me, that my Heavenly Father, who I love, right, who I love and who's been so good to me, has loaned to me to do certain things, what he asked me to do. So I got to take care of it like it's his, not mine. All right. So Ozempic, these GLPs, I'm just going to start saying GLPs because that's what they call them. Could never help you do that. But here's the thing. Here's the trick. Here's the part where we get played. When you stop, the weight come right back. All right. And then guess what? We start all over again. And sometimes we start all over again worse off than where we originally started. We start all over again. It's bananas. Okay. So Dr. Mark Hyman said, we are outsourcing weight loss instead of addressing our broken food system. And I loved when he said it. It hit me. But I want to take it one step further. We are outsourcing obedience. All right. We are outsourcing doing what God told us to do because we are skipping the process that creates real change in our life, creates transformation. God is not interested, okay, in you getting free for a season of your life. He is not interested in you having fake and temporary freedom. He wants you to have it forever. Forever, okay? And you can't get that doing these things. So, in order to get it, though, you got to change. You got to transform. You have to become unrecognizable. It never fails, y'all. I don't even know how to take it. Do you hear me? When I pull out my before picture, never fails, okay? If I'm with the picture, okay, people be like, that's you. Now, people that I've known, they seen the transformation. Okay, I'm somewhat recognizable. I still my face is me. But people who don't, baby, they be like, that's you. You don't look like the same woman. Y'all, it's unrecognizable. I'm not even just talking about first of all, my hair is different. All right. Hair different, skin different. Less of me. Okay. Less going on the body. All right. But guess what else is different? I think differently. I see things differently. I hear when people are talking to me, I hear stuff differently. I can recognize talking to people. Oh, they see, I've been there before. They where I was when I was doing Weight Watchers. They where I was when I was doing Body by Thy. I'll never throw that one out there. Okay, that was a quick season. Okay. They where I was when I was doing the juice fast thing. They there. Okay. I can hear differently. I talk differently. I come in this on YouTube every day and I tell you what I know. Because I ain't telling you what I read in no book. I ain't telling you what I saw nobody else do. I'm telling you what I know. Because not only did I experience a transformation, but I got the blessed opportunity. My coach poured everything into me, took me and made me her protege. Okay? And made me into something new. Do you understand me? She took me and baby, almost like she opened his brain up and taught me everything I know about healing this body. Everything. But here's the thing though, as we started on that journey, I started to see things differently. I said, hold on, Tanisha. By this time I was took. I said, hold on, Tuka. This ain't just about weight. Okay. This is about the fact that you don't have really good boundaries with people. You also don't have good boundaries with food. You don't have good boundaries with your time sometimes. You don't have good boundaries with yourself. You waste time. You're not a good steward of it. You don't appreciate the 24 hours that God gave you, and you don't always use them well. You think you're doing good and honorable work out here saving people who don't want to be saved. And I became clear that my audience of people are people who are ready. God called me to ready people. Ready. And how you know they ready? They move. They take action. Right? So I started learning, okay, all the things they got. Y'all think, listen, y'all think God made me this loquacious for no reason. Okay? But what you being loquacious about? He made me this way because he was like, baby, when Tanisha get it, she gonna tell everybody she know. You think he made me an educator for nothing? Right now, I'm wearing this shirt from my old school that we got in the pandemic. It said fabulous. The name of my school was JTEX. fabulous J-Tex educator from even from a distance. All right. I'm wearing it today because I'm an educator everywhere I go and been that. When I was 5 and 6, I'm talking about in the third and fourth grade, my cousins was watching 60 Minutes because I said we gonna do it. Okay. I've been teaching. In high school, I took childcare because I knew I had a gift for something. Okay. I quickly learned from high school, at Tech High School, it ain't these 2 and 3 year olds. Okay. Mm-mm. It's not them. All right. So I'm just telling you, you think he did that for no reason? You think that was just happenstance? Everything that's happened in my life, he was already doing something. And everything that happened in your life, you going through things right now that God is going to use when you get healed for you to heal somebody else. And Ozempic can never help you do that. It will never help you do that. You know why? Because you're not going to do the deep work, the work on the inside, the stuff you got to dig up, take to the altar, sacrifice, fall on your face and cry about. Ozempic could never. Ozempic could never. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't outsource this work. You can't get somebody else to do the work. It's yours, inside and out. You can't outsource doing what God told you to do. You can't get nobody else to do that. And so in order to do it, it's a process. You got to go through the process. You got to go through the fire. You got to bump your head. You got to bump your head, figure it out, learn from it, try something different, see if that works. It don't work, try something else. Ask God to help you. He send you people who help you with this piece, get that piece. That's how you get changed. That's how you get transformed. So that 5 years later, people will look at you and be like, Harper, who is this woman? I had to reintroduce my family to me because then people was talking about stuff I did decades ago. I said, babe, I'm 47. You don't even really know me like that. We didn't been in the pandemic. You don't know me like that. You really don't. Because I'm not the same. You don't know me. All right. You got to become unrecognizable. So they talking about how your girl used to love Oreos and all the things I used. Baby, I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more. You ain't know that though, because you don't really know me. You got to relearn me. And then the other thing is, hey Joyce, you know how else people relearn you? You keep doing it. So if I had done it for a season and stopped, my family would have been like, oh, see, I know, there you go. That's the Tuka we know. No, they don't even know Tuka. My family came to me and was like, why these people calling you Tuka? My family members and close friends was like, what is a Tuka and why are they calling you this? One of my friends was straight up offended, okay, because my name is uniquely spelled and she has been defending it for years, explaining how to pronounce Tanisha, because it ain't your regular Tanisha, because ain't nothing regular about me, okay? And they was like, why do people calling you Tuka? It's the whole thing. Yeah, I just got to hop in and see. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to explain. All right? So I'm saying you got to become completely different and you can never do that on these medications. All right? So I'm not telling you this to shame you. I'm trying to, baby, snatch you by your wrist, arm, legs, neck, and tell you, come away from them. Don't you go over there with them people. All right? So here's what does work. Okay, listen, pre-decide. Number one, pre-decide. The first thing you have to do is decide in advance. You always need to have your next move, your next decision mapped out. Let me tell you why. Got hot in here, y'all. Let me tell you why. So I date my children. I try to date them. My daughter's 14. She ain't my little 4-year-old baby. She got her own thoughts and opinions and all these things. And so sometimes I just want to take on a little date, me and her. Our thing is to go to this little coffee shop that we like, that we think has the best coffee ever. And the few times a year that I get coffee, it's during these times. And we get this little, we get it in different ways. It's a little frappuccino. They make it hot or cold, whichever way you want it. And different flavors. They got it in turtle and mocha, and you just pick, okay? So today I already knew that I was going to take my daughter on a date. I already knew that. And I didn't know that today I would be deciding to just clean up my diet because it's been wild lately and I'm feeling it in my body. And so I don't treat myself based on how I feel or even what I got planned. I can tell when I'm waking up, I'm sluggish, I'm tired. So I was like, I got to clean this thing up. All right. And so I've been on, this is my, okay, fourth day this week, cleaned up. And it became clear, you know what? We can go, but mama ain't gonna be the same because I ain't getting what we getting. All right. So I already made a decision today. I already made a decision that if we go, okay, you gonna have the thing and I'm gonna sit there and do what we came for, which is connect with my daughter. And I'm gonna drink water instead. All right. Now, how do I feel? If I had to choose, I feel like the Frappuccino, it's called a mocha sippy, is what they call it. Okay, because we in Mississippi. I want a mocha sippy, a turtle mocha sippy. Okay. So my daughter said, okay, we'll wait. Okay. So what we'll probably do is tomorrow, she can have what she wants. Okay. I'm gonna mix up my little salad. I got these cute little bowls from Costco. They glass and they got the little top on it, and they so cute. And you put all your little stuff in there, including your dressing. Whip me up some and take it with me. And while she eating, when she eating, that's what I'm gonna have. Cause I'm doing this thing through the weekend. I got up this morning and the number on the scale was cute to me. It was cute. And I said, what I ain't gonna do is erase it in 2 days. That thing look good. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I said, it's getting warmer. Okay. It's getting warm. I said, it's time for me to, how you roll up your, y'all know what I'm talking about, the little bags where you suck the air out. It's time to bust them out and unzip them, baby, and start getting some things out of that. Okay. At first, I wasn't quite ready. It was like, I don't know, but I'm ready. Okay. So I'm just saying, you have to always have a plan or a strategy. Because what do you think is going to happen if I go and I don't have a plan? I don't have a strategy. Part of my strategy is eat before I go. I'm eating my salad before I go. So if she had said we going to the coffee shop, I would have ate before I went. Okay. Because they also had this butter rum muffin that I like. So I would have ate before I went. So I would get in there and not feel like, oh, Jesus, I'm about to lose it. So you always got to know what's the next move. What's the next move? When I get off here, I have a meeting in 2 hours. I'm about to get off here and go make my salad. My husband just got back from Costco. Why? Because I already knew the next move. I already know what time I'm going to bed. I got to do a second workout today, which is not my norm, but I'm doing it today. I already know that I'm doing it before I get on this meeting. You already got to plan the next move. Some of us are letting the move roll up on us, and then we just doing, now you got no strength to fight. So pre-decide, all right? The next thing I need you to do is get you a system that works for the life that you have. All right? So I could easily tell you, like, do what I'm doing, and I have a system that you can use. I got a system for how to do all these things, right? But you got to say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna fit it into my life. Because if I tell you get up at 4:00 in the morning, right? That's what I do. So you have to have a system that works for your real life. It sounds good to go online and tell people you got up at 4:00 in the morning. All right, but that don't work for everybody. It works for me. All right, because I get to talk to the Lord with nobody around me, and I like it that way. Okay. The next thing I need you to do is get around some people who are on the same journey as you, who will hold you accountable. All right. Some of us don't have nobody to check us. Another reason I could do this in confidence. Yesterday I went to lunch with a friend and I text my coaching friend, Coach Rochelle, and I said, Ro, I'm going to my favorite. She went when she came to Mississippi. I took her. I love that little place. Okay. So I'm going to my favorite spot. Here's what I'm going to get. Right. I didn't show up in order. I knew before I went online and looked at the thing and I saw, oh, they got this Greek salad, but it got feta in it and it got olives in it. Let me take those out. And I told her, here's what I'm going to get. And I'll send you a picture when I get there. I'll send you everything you need when I get there. All right. Accountability. You got to get around some people who are doing what you're doing. You know why I work out every day? You know why it's easy? Because my friends work out every day. I do life with people who move their bodies every day like it's nothing. So the days I don't want to move my body, don't you know them texts still come through from them? Like, here's what I did with receipts, because we believe in receipts. So if I didn't feel like it, after seeing these texts, bring, and they talk about it and they congratulate each other and be like, man, you did that. Good job. You're getting faster. Did you do this? Here's what you need to do. All of a sudden, I feel very motivated. You understand what I'm saying? So get around some people that are doing this. All right. And then the last thing, which should have been the first thing, is ask God every single day, what does honoring you with my body look like today? For me to continue to weekend shenanigans this thing when my blood pressure was up, no, we're not doing it. It's dishonorable because God showed me exactly how to get it to 115/75, which is where I like it. It's where I like it. And he like it too, obviously, because my body does amazing things at that number. So don't be dishonorable. God, what do you want me to do? What does that look like today? I say it all the time. Every time I feel like I don't want to move, I don't feel the nerve, the gall of you not to move the body that God gave you, the mobility to move. Don't you know it's people right now who can't get up and walk if they wanted to? If they so desired, they could not run a mile. They don't have the mobility of their limbs. What you talking about? What you feel like doing? You got a lot of nerve. You have a lot of nerve. That God blessed you to wake up, air in your lungs. Somebody didn't get up this morning. Somebody had a stroke today. Somebody had a heart attack today. They had it today. And you know what you don't feel like doing? Y'all about to get me emotional. It happened today. But you can breathe. You can move your arms. You can move your legs. Maybe not as fast as you want to. And even if you can't move your legs, because I work with people who say, I'm unable to walk. Bet you can sit in the chair. Ro taught me, your arms still work, don't they? Do some chair exercises. So every time I feel like I don't want to move my body, I check myself and I say, you got a lot of nerve. You so disrespectful. That's what I say to me. This is how I talk to me. This is why I can talk to you like this. I tell myself, I say, you're so disrespectful. You tell me what you feel like doing? Get your butt up. All right, now the second workout. But I'm going to do it every day now. I'm going to move this body every day. Why? Because I can move this body. And I'm going to move this body every day until I can't move this body because I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I told y'all yesterday, it ain't punishment, it's praise. I thank you, Lord, that I could walk, run a mile, let alone 26. Where they doing this at? Thank you, Lord. When me and Rose doing that marathon, there were some hills that made me say, Lord, why am I here? How am I so? Is this my portion? And he gave me strength to do it. Okay, I might have fussed along the way. Rose said allegedly, I don't remember it this way. Okay. Rose said I snapped on her. We have different opinions. So you don't think I would ever snap on the woman who saved my life. Okay. I think I did just firmly say I'm giving you the best I got. I ain't got nothing else. She said it was a snap. It was in love, okay? I was like, girl, because she was like, we got 1.2 miles. She was bouncing like a little Energizer Bunny talking about we got 1.2 miles after we ran 25. I'm like, girl, what you getting is the best. This is the best. Run on now, because she's not going to leave me, okay? And I've asked her to, okay? But she loved me so. Get you some friends like this. Because I'm like, come on, ma'am, save yourself. She said, I will not. I will stay with you. Okay? All right. So I'm just saying, ask God, what does it look like to honor him with your body? Every single day. All right. I'm just going to give you a little spoiler alert. I don't ever get to say, I got this and kick my feet up. I'd be lying to you if I told you I didn't like a little sweet treat every now and then. But I'm very clear of my natural inclinations to do what I want to do. All right. And eat more than I should when it comes to these, sugary treats. All right. And so I have to say, Lord, how do I honor you? And I know it ain't by eating multicolored M&Ms. That's not what we doing. So do I have treats every now and again? I do, but I'm very clear that to everything there's a season. To everything there's a season, and I'm in constant evaluation of what season I'm in. I'm in constant evaluation. Is this the season? All right, and it's not determined by man's calendar. So just because it's Easter, don't make it the season for me to open this door. All right. So ask God, what does it look like? All right. So I think yesterday I gave a couple of scriptures. Let's go with Galatians 5:1 because it came first. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. All right. So what I'm telling you is God wants us free. All right. Not so we could be slave to a scale, a shot, feeling bad every time we eat, thinking our peace of mind comes from, God forbid, a shot that got lizard saliva in it. Now, Ozempic don't. I'm making up stuff. I got to get the right name so I can quote myself right. One of these GLPs got lizard saliva. When I read that, I was too through. I said, oh, I know this ain't our portion. I know this is not by God's design. Okay? I'm sure to order that. There's an order to everything, and I know we're not supposed to be taking that. So this is about more than just weight, is what I'm trying to say. It's about being free, like walking in a way that's free and for real, not a covered up, temporary, injection induced level of freedom. All right. That's not even real freedom. All right. So if you've been depending more on any medication, but especially these, then becoming a person that God can trust to manage what he has blessed you with. All right. If you have been waiting to see if the Ozempic or the Weight Watchers or the whatever thing we're trying, instead of learning how to do this in a way that you can do for the rest of your life, all right, it's time. Okay. It's time to come see us so you can join us in a community where we do the real work. We do real work. We ain't fluffing. We do real work and we do it together. All right. So go to the link in my header on my page, Ready, Set, Habits, and join us. It's a free community. I don't think I mentioned that. I always like to mention for people want to know how much it costs. Okay, it's free. I do have a VIP community that get different things. Okay, it's a different level of coaching. All right, but I do have a free community and it works. All right. So we're not doing this by ourselves. We're not doing it the world's way either. We're not doing Ozempic. We is not. You better not. All right. So, guys, listen, I love you absolutely, like all the way, fully to life. I love you enough to help you become well beyond the weight. Yes, we want to look good in our clothes. Yes, we want to look in the mirror and turn and say, I do it. Okay. I look in the mirror and be like, okay, then. I like that. All right. I know we want that. And so I get it. I get it. But this is about being well beyond the weight. All right. So next week, in my free community, you're going to want to get in there because we have a training next week about making your goals match your life. And then in the VIP community, we're actually we're actually getting access to my my signature habits-based weight loss plan called Well Beyond the Weight. It drops on Sunday. If you want to get in there, put VIP or go to www.vip.readysethabits.com and hop on in there. It's just $29 a month. All right. So come on in there. All right. I love y'all to life and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad place. All right. Love y'all to life. Have a good weekend.